everyone, and welcome to a conversation with our grant winners for April 2024. Today, we have the pleasure of chatting with Haley Laronde of Reclaimed Timber, who is our business-specific grant winner for the month, Abby Botonis of A Novel Princess Party, who's our startup grant winner, and Kelsie Snyder of Hiker the Hound, who is our Amber grant winner. The reason that we have multiple winners, and some of you may be wondering this, is that at the end of 2023, Women's Net decided to increase the number of monthly $10,000 grants we give to 3. The startup grant is for entrepreneurs who are sometimes in the idea phase of their business, figuring out what they're going to focus on, or maybe they have launched, but they haven't yet had $10,000 in sales. That's the max. The business-specific monthly grant is for a company that operates in the month's category, which for April was sustainability. And our Amber grant winner is open to all women-owned businesses in the US and Canada. I'm Marsha Layton-Turner, and I'm one of several Women's Net Advisory Board members, and I have the great pleasure to learn from all of our winners each month. So thank you all for being here and for taking the time out of your busy days to chat with me.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So let's kind of go around the room, as it were, and have each of you tell me and our audience a little bit about your company and where the idea came from. So Abby, let's start with you, just based on where you are on my screen.
Hi, I'm the owner and founder of A Novel Princess Party, based in New York, Queens, but we serve the whole tri-state area. We go to Connecticut, Jersey, all over. And I've been a professional princess for around 7 years now, which is a true thing. So we are a costumed character entertainment company. We do, a lot of children's parties, community festivals, all of that. We take pictures, we lead activities, all that fun stuff. And in my experience working as a princess before, I love working with kids. Going around and being their favorite person is amazing, and they come running to you and they're so excited and you just feel so special, and it's very, very heartwarming to just get to give that to them. They get to meet their hero, and you deliver this amazing performance for them. But while princess parties are amazing and magical, they, in my experience, are very cookie cutter. It's very pretty princess, very girly. And I was always a tomboy growing up, but I loved princesses. Jasmine, I dressed up for Halloween 3 years in a row as Jasmine. So I really, really wanted to create something that was more diverse and personal, not just the pretty princess comes in, gives a sparkle makeover, and that's it, done and done. I wanted, if they go to someone else's birthday party, that should be a different visit, because that Elsa visit should be for that birthday royal. And then when I come to their birthday, it should be catered to what really speaks to their personality. So we've really worked to bring different activities. I really was inspired for that final push to start my own company after I had my son. And I was like, why aren't I implementing these ideas? Like, I have a child. I know that when it comes to be his birthday, I want it to be personalized to him. I don't want it to be a nameless, faceless child. I want people to care when they come and want to give their all, even though they are 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, it's still special. And that was really my kick in the pants to get going.
Awesome. I love your use of the term birthday royal. I'm gonna keep that. It's great. So, Kelsie, why don't you tell us a little bit about your company and where the idea came from?
Sure. So, Hiker the Hound is an outdoor retail store. We just recently added a bike shop to that called DuPont Bike Shop. We're located in Cedar Mountain, North Carolina, um, at the entrance of DuPont State Forest, which is big on mountain biking and hiking and a lot of equestrian trails as well. The idea for Hiker the Hound started before I knew I wanted to start a retail store. What I did know is that I wanted to encompass my passion for the outdoors while doing work that was impactful and meaningful. I've always enjoyed the outdoors, but about 5 years ago, I started working at an all-outdoor Montessori school for preschoolers, and it was life-changing for me and my kids. And I realized my mental health was completely different after just a short amount of time of spending lots and lots of hours outside. Um, After kind of sharing my story with people, I realized that people do want to spend time outside but might not know where to start. And I had a wealth of knowledge on, you know, what kind of gear sets you apart from having a really great day in the woods to a terrible day in the woods. And I really wanted to share that with other people. I wanted to be hands-on and I wanted to talk to people every day. And I wanted to offer a space that was welcoming and comfortable for everybody in all walks of life, no matter, if you were an endurance athlete or just someone that liked to take a stroll in the woods. And obviously, I had to include my dog in the name. I have a one-eyed 12-year-old basset hound who is kind of our mascot. And yeah, it wasn't until I saw the for rent sign near DuPont Forest that I had like my light bulb moment that I wanted to do this store.
Awesome. That's terrific.
Thanks.
So, Haley, why don't you tell us a little bit about your company?
Hi, Marcia. Thanks so much. I would love to. So, my name is Haley Laronde, and I'm the founder, owner, and operator of Reclaimed Timber, which is a timber salvage, mobile sawmilling, and firewood processing business. We're in the process of expanding to start creating some furniture, but right now we just do rough cut lumber. And the main inspiration around my business, I spend a lot of time in what you would call the back 40, but I'm located in Larder Lake, Ontario, Canada, so I'll call it the North 40. So I spend a lot of time in the forest and I notice and see so many fallen trees. And I'm also familiar with people cutting down on their property if they're diseased or if they need to come down for like a safety reason. And instead of having these trees mulched or having them just laid to waste, I want to reclaim them into timber, into usable products, into things that will connect people to the land. So I would love to see these pieces become like a beloved table, some shelving in your house, like really anything that you would hope to build, or just lumber to create any kind of timber product. So I'm really excited to be here today and I'm thrilled at the announcement. I love to be included. So thank you so much.
Excellent. That's fascinating. I love all of your businesses. So let's talk a little bit about when you were getting started. Were there any resources such as organizations, consultants, coaches, books, websites that you turned to that you found really helpful and that you might recommend to other women business owners? And so this time, Kelsie, let's start with you. Was there anything that you might recommend to other business owners?
To be honest, I didn't turn to any sort of organizations or coaches or anything like that. But what I did do is talk to a lot of people. I live in a small community where there's a lot of small business owners. And I really wanted to learn from them, from their successes and failures, and really listen. I knew that I was very knowledgeable in what my business was about. But as far as business went, I was kind of clueless. So I kind of took a shot in the dark here with this business. But I really leaned on my community and other women and taking the advice of others. And I just recommend that you fully know all parts of your business, all the dark corners, because there's no way you can pivot or grow or evolve if you don't fully understand your business.
That sounds so smart, since you're serving primarily a local audience, to turn to the existing business owners. Super smart. Yeah.
Thanks.
Haley, how about you? Was there anything that you found really helpful as you were getting Reclaim Timber started?
Yeah, I had a similar approach to Kelsey initially. Like, I have a lot of local resources around us. There are some other similar, not similar like sawmilling businesses, but there are a lot of arborists. So I was able to speak with a lot of them and kind of see the potential for even working with and partnering with local people. We're also looking to localize even further and kind of partner with municipalities or folks that have to take trees down and they have a real vested interest in like reusing the product, right? So to have to take a tree down, or if something comes down in a storm, to see it be repurposed as like a bench or a structure is really what I want to do. I'm hoping to really connect people and create like firm roots literally into the ground. So another resource I had access to, I am actually a member of Nipissing First Nation. So I'm Anishinaabemowin. I'm from an Indigenous group here in Ontario. And we have access to, within our First Nation, a economic development officer. So he was a great resource for me to get started, and he was able to connect me with a lot of other like provincial and federal resources, supports, links. I've been reading, I've been watching a million YouTube videos, talking to people, as I mentioned. So I feel like I'm trying to take it in from all angles. And I'm also lucky enough to come from a family of entrepreneurs. My dad owned a geophysicist business, and I would think I absorbed a lot of what was going on around me kind of in the background that I'm really activating now that I'm running my own business. So I've had a lot of good resources, and I'm really interested in seeking out even more. But talking to people is the best first step, and it is the best way to kind of really get a sense of your environment, your economy, and what the opportunities are around you, because they are so localized, right? They are so specific, and there's so many opportunities for partnership that really you can only build through creating relationships.
Excellent point. Abby, how about you?
I would say very similarly, the community is the place to start. I'm lucky enough, my mother-in-law is a secretary in the elementary schools near me and has been a part of the school system for like 10 to 20 years. So I have a resource who knows what all the parents are into, what they're looking for their kids. She knows a lot of families. And then I also had the benefit of some princesses that I've worked with before. Another friend of mine who has her own company that, she was very helpful with her experience, sharing with her information that she's learned over the years with me. And then Facebook groups. The Princess Party community has a lot of Facebook groups. So as far as like materials, shops that they go to for costumes, they're very giving. The community is very kind and helpful, and so that's been helpful for me to just go on and you can post a question and you'll get different perspectives from around the country, from different parts of the world. A lot of UK princess parties. So those have been my main day-to-day help. And I also used, our community has the Queen's Economic Development Committee, and they do like free workshops, Zoom workshops. They do some in-house, like open house tours where you can go meet with people. So they're excellent. And one of the first things that I found Googling was Women's Net and their I Fund Women. So that was actually one of my first online resources.
Awesome. Love it. You all are plugging into the best sources of information. And yeah, Facebook groups. I think that's another terrific way to learn as much as possible in as little amount of time as possible. But princess parties in the UK, that's something I wouldn't have guessed. So very cool. So what makes your business or your approach to your business unique from your competition or maybe similar businesses? And Haley, let's start with you.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this question. One of the things that really sets our approach apart is we're committed to sustainable practices. So a typical sawmill would produce a lot of waste, and it would also not really be able to access some of the oversized or hard to get to pieces that we're able to reclaim. So we're really committed to like carbon reduction, reducing waste, reducing the amount of wood that comes down in a storm and has to be like mulched up. We're really interested in those things. So I've tried to infuse that into every single aspect of our business. So we go directly to your site to either saw or collect, and then we can process it for you and turn it into something usable. This reduces carbon output. It's not burned. It's not going to be left on the ground to kind of like mulch and create all of this different decay that's not necessarily very accessible to soil even. And I'm really also looking at different avenues for land stewardship. As an Indigenous person, I feel very strongly that I should be a part of and drive some of the localized production, I guess, in our area, because I have some good ideas and I see so much potential there, right? And these larger companies, they can't really access it that way. And if you're just a person without equipment, you can't really do it either. So I'm trying to really be a middle connection and a really good point for people to think, I could actually use this, you know, like it doesn't just have to go to waste or be burned. In the event it's more applicable to be used for like firewood or something, we do offer firewood processing, but I'm first interested in like keeping the wood intact and creating something more out of it. So I think that really makes us stand apart. And I'm hoping that I can really build off of that and even expand into like managing forests or reclaiming some like forest fire type burnt wood. So there's so many different ways I can get into it, and I'm really looking at everything right now.
Awesome. So Abby, let's go back to you with the princess parties. So how is your business unique from any other party planning companies in Queens?
So we're unique. First in that we are primarily a costumed character entertainment company. In our area, in the immediate area at least, the only ones that offer princesses is like an additional. They're mainly like magic shows, bouncy castles, that kind of a thing. So we went with a more specific route. And as I mentioned earlier, it was really important to me that we offer more options, like more activities to suit different personalities and different needs. So we've set up our activity choices go along with, we have like a princess scavenger hunt. We have a night obstacle course. We have jester tumbling where they tumble and we teach them princess themed jokes. And we have magic craft, just a lot of, for our birthday packages, different choices so that, you know, kids, if that kid loves to be outdoors and they love to run, even if they're in princess dresses, like we can do that. We can have fun. Your princess can lead them on a quest. They don't have to sit quietly and gracefully. We love to have a nice tea party, but also we love to run in the forest. We've also made a priority to have our own public events that we also offer, and in a similar vein, try to make that a range of activities. So we have like a slumber party. We have Paint with a Princess, where the kids make gem paintings by them with the help of their princess. We have Royal Academy, where the knights, jesters, and princesses and princes all get trained in, you know, how to save the princess from the dragon, and practice beginner gymnastics. And we also really are looking to expand for our packages to offer to the neurodivergent children. I was lucky enough to have an experience where I was doing an outdoor reading, and we had a young man with autism who, you know, didn't want to get too close, but I got to wave from afar, and someone knew someone. I got a photo like days later from the dad had taken a photo of me as Cinderella, and they were like, they didn't know who I was, but they were like, he loved you. Like, you know, he didn't come within 10 feet of me,
right.
But I just really want to be able to serve that community as well. I don't want it to have to be one or the other. I want for us to serve all the kids. So we're really working to add sensory friendly activities and gifts for our birthday packages as well.
Awesome. Kelsie, how about you? What makes your business unique or different from other retailers in your area?
Yeah, so as of right now, about 85% of our store has regionally local products, and most of which are local to my state or hometown. Cool. The result of that is now we have over 45 small businesses that we get to support, and we're hoping to add more to that number. Another large criteria for our products is that we want to make sure no matter what we're selling, that it's good for ourselves and our health and the environment. So when we started to focus on those things regarding our product, we gained a trust with our customers, and they started coming to us asking for all kinds of things. And it's been really great to build those relationships and also be able to support other small businesses. And we really feel the love, and I feel like it's being paid back to us every single day.
Excellent. So what are, maybe let's just limit it to one. What's been the most effective marketing strategy that you've used or maybe plan to use to spread the word about your business? And Abby, let's start with you.
Definitely collaborations. We have worked with, I paired with a mom that I did as a princess party. She's a photographer. So she started doing photography for events. We paired with an organization that offers art activities for children with cancer. With the venues that we use for princess events, like dance studios, we offer discounts and things for their students. And that's been one of the best, like that word of mouth through people who've worked with you. They have their personal experience that they can pass on. That's really been the most effective for us.
Excellent. Kelsie, how about you?
We have relied a lot on social media, Instagram and Facebook, posting what we do every day and our products. And we have some local print that we've put our ads into that have been very successful, local maps and publishings like that. Other than that, we have relied on word of mouth and have tried to have people stop by having a cool storefront.
Haley, how about you?
Yeah, so I think for me, our marketing strategy centers around storytelling and community engagement. So I've really spent a lot of time doing that on the ground, and I have so many plans to build up our social media presence. I am available to be followed at Reclaim Timber on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So you'll see a lot of content coming out. I've been developing it and kind of sitting on it, but I'm looking on a full-scale launch in the next month or so. So I'm hoping to show people what we do and really get people engaged and give them a first-person look at how the process goes from reclaiming a tree to creating a product.
I see a lot of visual potentials with your business. Yeah, as you said, the process, the resulting products. Yeah, it's very cool. So to wrap up, Women's Net is a community of more than 20,000 women business owners, and I know that many of them would love to support your businesses in one way or another. So even if they're not local, what's one thing that maybe they could do to help your companies? And Kelsie, let's start with you.
I think checking out, our social medias and making that very active helps a lot, especially in our small community. That's where we rely on a lot of tourists as well. So when they come to the area, they're looking up things to do on the internet and looking at avenues like that to try to figure out how they want to spend their weekend. And we hope to get on their radar.
Awesome. Haley, how about you? What's one thing that our community might do for you?
I would say following our journey on social media would be maybe the best thing to do, and checking out our website. It's reclaimtimber.ca. I'm hoping to create even like building guides and resources like that to get a community of like builders. I would love to see more women get into creating things and like building things for themselves. It's so empowering. So I would say that I'm really looking to engage with people, and I want to have a real relationship where it's a real give and take. And I'm hoping to really inspire some people to get into natural resource management or any kind of business related to it. There's not enough women in the space, and it's something that I feel like we have a different perspective on, and we can just really offer something that doesn't exist in the market.
Awesome. And Abby, how about you?
Yeah, social media follows are always very appreciated. Our Instagram is A Novel Princess Party, and same thing, our website, www.anovelprincessparty.com. Reviews are some of the best things for our type of business. You know, people want to feel they can trust us to deliver. So any helpful follows, reviews, that's the best for us.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much for taking the time to share your story with everybody in the community. And congratulations again on being our 3 April grant winners.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much.